to pay homage to American Chinese food, which sometimes does not taste like Chinese food at all, but I do think it's become its own cuisine, and I think that's pretty cool, and I definitely want to be devoting some time to doing kind of a series on just American Chinese foods, and obviously General Tso's happens to be probably one of the most popular. It's a neat dish because it's actually breaded in cornstarch as opposed to flour, so it ends up being lightly crispy but not like the fried chicken crunchy. And of course then you drizzle this like sweet Asian sauce over it that, you know, nobody really knows what's in. So let's head to the kitchen because I am as interested as you guys are to finding out what makes this recipe so good and so special.
Okay guys, so I started off with the sauce because I think it's the harder of the two. Not that it's too hard, there's just a couple of ingredients, so you just have to get them all together. I started off with a little bit of sugar, a little bit of ground ginger, that was water. This is a little bit of chicken or vegetable stock. Next is some rice wine vinegar or just an acid. I'm going to mix in a little bit of soy sauce, and then a little bit of sesame oil along with some peanut oil just for flavor. Now I'm going to prepare the aromatics that I'll fry up and mix in with the sauce. So I have a clove of garlic, probably a stalk of green onions, and then some red chili peppers. And I didn't add a lot because I don't like things too spicy, but you can definitely add in more if you like. And then I put it over probably medium-high heat with a little bit of oil, and I'm just frying it until it gets aromatic, not until they get charred or anything like that. Next, I am going to zest in a little bit of orange zest, and this is just for flavor. It's as much as you like, but it's for the essence, and you can see it's frying up nicely, but not burning up, so be careful and just watch for that because garlic has a tendency to do that. I put in that soy sauce mixture, and then you can see it's bubbling away, and you want it to just reduce for about 3 to 4 minutes. While that's happening, I am mixing a slurry of cornstarch with a little bit of water, and I'm just pouring that right into my sauce just to thicken up. So you're just bringing it back to a boil, and then I'm getting that to thicken up like so. And you can see that the sauce is a little bit thin, but it'll actually thicken up, and having it be a little bit thinner actually helps it coat the chicken a little bit better. So next I am working on, I guess, the easier part of the two. I'm cutting up some chicken thighs into bite-sized pieces. You can feel free to use chicken breast. I just think that this is going to be a little bit more tender. I'm going to be putting it into a bowl and marinating it with a little bit of white pepper, some salt, and then also a little bit of sugar. And you don't really need it to marinate too long. I'm just stirring it around, and I'm waiting maybe 2 to 3 minutes for that. Next, I am going to crack in an egg white, and the egg white is what's going to help the cornstarch bind to the chicken so that you get that really nice crust. And feel free to kind of mix the egg whites a little bit before putting it in, or you can just do it the lazy way like me and just mix that right into the chicken. I'm going to be pouring only a half portion of the chicken into the cornstarch so that I don't get this gooey mess. And then I'm going to just lightly coat the outside just with some chopsticks. I have the fryer or some oil on about medium heat. You don't want it to actually be too hot because you don't want the outside to cook and then the inside to not do that, or that it gets over fried. So medium heat gets pretty good, and it gets a little bit hotter as you go as well. So you can see that this has fried up on one side, and I've shallow fried it because I didn't want to use too much oil. But you can see that it's not like a dark golden brown that you would expect, because the darkness of the General Tso's chicken actually comes more from the sauce. So you can see that this is actually just a light golden brown. So I'm going to just put in my second batch and then get that fried away. And then I'm just putting everything onto a paper towel and just to drain away the oil. And you can see how nicely all of that fried up. I think that this is kind of the magic of this recipe with the egg whites and the cornstarch. It was really light but really crispy at the same time, and definitely not oily. I'm putting it back into a clean pot, and this is the chicken is actually still warm, and I reheated the sauce a little bit just to warm it up, and I poured that over, and I'm just tossing it with some tongs right now, just until it's all nice and coated. Next, I'm going to be putting it, presentation time, I'm going to be putting it on top of a bed of rice, and you can see that the chicken is definitely not behaving at all. Oh, the wonders of food photography. And then now I am just putting on a little bit of scallions, and then also putting a little bit of sesame seeds over. And that's just for pictures, it's just for show, but essentially your General Tso's chicken is done. So there you have it, guys, my easy General Tso's chicken recipe. It was actually pretty easy. There's a couple steps, but once you got all of the ingredients together, I thought that the flow went pretty well, and you can definitely, make it for dinner. And I really loved how nice and light and crispy the coating was. It was the perfect amount. And then you have that really nice, sweet, classic General Tso's sauce, which, by the way, if you like it a little bit more tangy, feel free to add a little bit more vinegar, or I would say even orange juice. It's really as you like it. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed watching this recipe and want to see more Chinese takeout items, please hit like and subscribe. And yeah, I guess I will see you guys again next time. Bye!